Hello and welcome to another installment on my YouTube channel. I'm Jason, the Keto Traveler 94, and today we're going to be making Keto Cinnamon Roll Cake. This is a recipe by Papa G. I will link his channel down in the description below, and you can certainly go get the absolute measurements for this recipe. It's not mine, so I'm going to give him all the credit, but we're going to be making it today. I've made it once before, and it turned out really delicious. We enjoyed it and ate it up pretty quickly. So we're going to get started, and let me show you the ingredients that go into this. Okay, so we're starting off with our almond flour. We have our eggs, our egg yolk. We have some baking powder, vanilla extract, sour cream, powdered stevia, and we have some water. So let's get started making this cake and see how it turns out. We're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. So I will get that going right now. Okay, so we're going to start off. We're just going to put our almond flour together, our baking powder, and I do have salt in there as well. I might have forgotten to mention that. So basically our dry ingredients, and we're going to go ahead and whisk those together. Shouldn't take too much. I went ahead and greased an 8x8 pan. You could also use a 9x7, but I had an 8x8, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and use. Okay, so we've got those nice and whisked together. We're going to set this aside for now. Okay, and then in this bowl, we're going to add our powdered sweetener, our 8 tablespoons of butter, which is softened. I also forgot to mention that because it's still in the microwave. So hey, you know, that's how it goes. All right, so let me get that butter. And then we are going to mix with a mixer until crumbly. So get the butter out. All right, and I am going to get my mixer and mix this together. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got that mixed together. And now we're going to add on our eggs and our egg yolk. So here go the 2 eggs in. And our egg yolk. Spatula here. Okay. And then we're also going to be putting in our sour cream and our vanilla extract. So sour cream is in. Just like that. And I like sour cream, so I'm going to make sure I get all of this out when I can. All right. And then next, we're going to add our vanilla extract in. Just like that. It was just a teaspoon, so it's a very small amount. Okay. And now we're going to mix this up again until it's fully combined. Okay. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add this into our almond flour mixture, and we're going to mix it all together. We'll start with about half of it. And again, folks, I've never been a cook. I do not know how to cook, or I didn't know how to cook until I started doing keto. And now I just feel really comfortable. The good thing about keto is it's very forgiving. And you can make mistakes. You can add a little extra something or another, and it's still going to turn out very well, because the recipes that are out online right now, or anywhere, even in books and stuff, they are very forgiving. You can substitute a lot of things. Remember, we want to keep it keto, but you can substitute almond flour and coconut flour, ingredients like that. Anything that you have in your cupboard. So, okay, so that's nice and mixed together. All right, so now we're going to add it to our 8x8 baking dish. You can see I've already pre-greased it. And we're gonna put it in there. And what we want to do is make sure we spread it evenly in there. And then we're just going to kind of shake the pan a little bit to make sure that it flattens out. Gets settled in there really good. So get it out of the bowl and into the pan. Almost sounds like a song, doesn't it? All right, those that know me, let's not even go there with music. Okay. So we're gonna just spread it out nice and evenly, and make sure you get those corners and edges filled in. Hear my oven talking to me saying it is ready, which is good. All right, and we're just gonna tap that down and make sure that it is nice and set in there. All right. Okay, so that is ready to go. And we're going to set that aside for now. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our filling for this cake. So I will be right back. Okay, so we got the ingredients here for our filling. So what we have is brown sugar. We're gonna add that to the mixing bowl. We have cinnamon, and we have almond flour. All right, we're gonna whisk those together. Make sure you break up that brown sugar. Some people refrigerate their brown sugar. I do not. It just makes it harder to work with. But then again, I live in Texas where it's very humid, so it gets a little moisture in there anyway. But we've got it nice and broken up here. I probably should have sifted it, and that would have been better, but I didn't, so that's okay. Okay, so we've got those all nice and mixed together. Now what we're gonna be doing is we are going to add our melted butter, and we wanna mix this with a spoon. So we add in the melted butter, and now we're just gonna mix it up with a spoon and get it all nice and combined. Just like that. Oh, this is turning out very nice. Looks good. Okay. All right, now what we want to do is we want to get our cake that we had, and we're gonna pour this over the top, and you want to take just a regular butter knife, and you're gonna pour this over the top, and then you are going to swirl it in with this butter knife. So we will go ahead and put this on top, kind of spread it out in different areas. Doesn't have to be pretty because it's all going to be swirled in. All right, so again, we just want to spread it out. And then we are going to swirl it in. Okay, so we've got that done. Now we just want to take our butter knife And we're just going to start swirling, mixing it together, spreading it out. All right, we can poke it down in there a little bit. Get to the edges. We don't like to cheat the edge. That's why people don't like the end pieces, because they don't have the flavor. They just have the cake. Well, not when you eat here. Well, I say that, but I try to be good and consistent, but who knows. Okay, so got that nice and swirled. See, that little corner piece there's missing some. Okay, nice and swirled in. And now we'll just give it a nice tap again to reset that. And I'm gonna go place this in the oven. Remember, I've already preheated my oven. I'm gonna place it in the oven, and it's going to cook for 38 to 45 minutes. So into the oven it goes, and we'll see how it turns out. In the meantime, I will make the icing and get that ready to go, and then we're gonna pour that over the warm cake once the cake comes out. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so now we're finally gonna make the icing. So I'm gonna put the powdered sugar, get that all out, and the vanilla extract, and I'm just gonna mix that together real quick. It's not very much. Again, you don't need very much. And just mix that together. And then we're gonna slowly add in the cream. We want it to be thick, but we also want it to be runny enough that we can drizzle it. So we're just gonna add in a little bit, see how it is. And that sugar is absorbing it. So we're definitely gonna need more. As you saw, I took the cake out of the oven and I'm letting it cool. It's getting to a warm condition. That's what you want, so that that icing can set on top of the cake. So it looks like, yeah, I went ahead and used all of my cream. Got all of my vanilla extract in there. And now we are just going to let that cool for about 5 more minutes. And then we will be pouring it on top of the cake. So I'll be back with you when it's time for that to happen. Okay, so the cake has cooled off. I put it in the refrigerator just a little bit to get it really cool. And now we're simply just going to drizzle this icing over the top. Just like that. And I use a spatula again so I can get it all, because I do not like to leave any behind, or as very little as I have to. Okay, and now we're gonna spread it over the top, and we will let it set, and we'll be back at another time for a taste test and see how it turned out. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a wonderful day. I'll get this spread out here looking just fine. All right. All right, folks, there you have it. That was the cinnamon roll cake by Papa G. Again, I'm going to link his YouTube site in the description below. Also, be sure and check out my blog at theketotraveler94.com for more stories, pictures, and other craziness that goes on in my life. I hope everybody has a good day, and we'll talk to you later. I'm Jason, the Keto Traveler 94, saying bye-bye.